Okay, in the history of video games, handheld systems and systems for children would be included. I made that decision when the Sega Pico was released, and it was a really nice looking, high quality system, and I decided to include those types of systems in my collection. This is the VTech V-Smile. It played very good games, 16-bit, obviously mostly for children. It's a very nice looking system, very easy to use. And their second model looked like this. And also the pink model. They also produced some fine peripherals for it. Here's like a little sketch pad. Very well built and easy to use. This was the joypad for it. I believe that was sold separately though. I believe it came with a cheaper joypad, I believe. And for the next unit, they downsized the joypads. Now here's an old classic handheld. Once again from Coleco. They really did a great job for the day. Was this late 70s? As usual, they won't tell you. Which is phenomenal what they were doing, considering the fact that this came from the Jurassic Park era. And look at it, it's not really a high-tech system. And Coleco was achieving that like 15 years earlier. In case anybody wondered if this existed, here's the Sega Genesis 3. Look at how small it is. It's just a beautiful system it was. No bigger than your hand. And in case you're wondering, the Sega Genesis handheld did exist. This is called the GameX. And it played Sega Genesis games. And it could play on your TV as well. This is the SNK Geo Pocket. Very nice, small system, very easy to handle. Very easy to use. And it had a color TV screen, so you could see it. Here's the Game Boy Color. Now, the problem with this was that the screen emitted no light, so it was pretty much the same thing as the Game Boy, only the little pixels had colors to them, but it was kind of a disappointment. We were expecting a TV screen, but it dominated the market, and that's all that counts. Here's the Mega Joy system. This is not a joypad, this is a game system. And it played a lot of games. This was like one of the most popular items of its day because it played a lot of games. And it had a nice battery pack. I think it held 4 AA batteries, but it was easy to use. It was easy to interchange. And finally, here's a really cool looking handheld system, the Bambino. And you can see they were nice, but back in that day, the handheld systems were really big. I can still remember kids taking this to school and having, holding it in their hand. It was certainly an attention getter. It wasn't like the Game Boy where you couldn't even tell. And here's a very odd looking joypad that played on the Sega Master System. Sayonara.